the promotion as a trainer was an exciting opportunity I was looking forward to. Running a class showing new employees or experienced employees new skills and possibly traveling for work would be a welcome challenge. There was a group of trainers across the country that got the promotion. I was the most senior of that group. There was one person senior than all of us. He was a former manager and he moved to a training position when it was still a managerial position. It became unionized a couple years later. Because he was a former manager, he had a chip on his shoulder. He expected that I dress and perform my duties similar to how he conducted himself. He even suggested a list of jokes I could incorporate in my presentations. I definitely was not cut from the same cloth. I did not dress the way he dressed. I did not tell jokes. I would rather tell factual stories that pertain to the topics taught, and I would let employees experience hands-on training so they could experience the field during the tasks that we were practicing. My coworker would show you by him demonstrating and hoping that you would understand what you just viewed. I guess he didn't like me for those reasons, and that is why I was sabotaged. First, he picked the larger classroom as his office. I completely understand first come, first served. During a leads meeting, there was a director that used a racial slur. After the meeting was over, I asked my coworker if that was appropriate to use that term. He laid into me with a verbal tirade, calling me a stupid Polak and other negative slurs. I called him out on it, and he justified his rant by saying he can because he was married to an Asian female and their daughters were half-breeds. I was just a little shocked. I was told by him that if you traveled to a place to conduct training, the next person would get that opportunity to travel and train there. My first trip was to Toronto to train for 3 weeks, and then I was given the assignment to work in Sydney, Australia. My coworker happened to have his vacation during that week, so I was lucky to get that opportunity. I guess since I was able to travel to Australia, his attitude changed on travel opportunities. He would go to all the Asian, Caribbean, Mexican, and Hawaiian destinations and do assignments that I specialized in. Working class after class in my office, I would see my coworker take up to 6 weeks to prepare for a 3-week course. During that time, he would go on 2, 3, and up to 4-hour coffee breaks. There was an employee from Bermuda that came to my office for training. I thought it would make more sense for me to train in his environment. When he returned, I was on the phone guiding him step by step for hours on a daily basis to help him with transactions. After a couple weeks, my boss sent my coworker to Bermuda to assist. After a couple weeks, the guy quit because he couldn't absorb the information. Just before his retirement, he started virtual training so that when he was gone, I wouldn't be able to travel. Doing virtual training is not the same as in person. You can't see reactions to how people are understanding the material, specifically their body language. When he announced his retirement, I was going to be the only person in the department on the West Coast. We were supposed to have a minimum of 3 trainers. I wrote a letter to my boss justifying a pay increase. I even offered solutions like stock options and performance bonuses to work around the pay increase. My boss agreed but told me it was above her pay scale and she would have to get approval from higher ups. I followed up and my boss responded that there would be no pay increase. Funny, I find out later that my coworker was extended to stay at this point. So he would earn his bonus pay that the company was offering as a package, his regular pension, and the wage we already were earning. He was triple dipping until our department found 2 more trainers. All my points on my letter benefited him and his selfish outlook. When he finally retired, he thanked everyone individually except for me. The very last day, we didn't say a word to each other. It has been a couple years, and people ask if we get together. I simply say no.